this guy, like, he's banging the gun on the the perspex that we had during COVID time.
Yeah.
He was banging the gun on the side of that.
What is that, Joey? Are you crazy?
It's a duck.
Stat and I are not going anywhere. It was April Fool's. We love each other.
Don't ever
We're
touch me in your
besties.
life.
Yeah, anyway, so it was fake. It was good. It was an April Fool's joke. Hey?
Seem pretty unhappy about
I'm
it.
just a good actor.
He wishes it was real.
Now listen, look, I woke up this morning and I was just like, what is going on? And I just see, like, we had a lot of messages on our Instagram. Thinking, this never happened. No one talks to us as it is. Why are the messages on Instagram?
Yeah, we had we were getting flooded in the inbox.
Yeah, and then I see like the heartbreak, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And then I look at the next post and say, oh, we've decided to end the show. I was like, oh, he didn't even tell me that. What a surprise! Even better.
I looked at it.
And then I was like, hang on, I was looking at the date, and I just like, oh, bummer.
See, that
Wasn't to me.
didn't even click to me, because I looked at it and I thought, did Stat tell Anna something? Did we have an argument that I forgot about? Like, what's going on? So I message our group chat. I have a chat crew. I go, Anna, can someone explain themselves? Like, what's happening? And she just sends a photo that she was going to post later saying April Fool's. That makes so much sense. She got me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, there we go.
That's fair. But yeah, I thought I was thinking, oh, okay. So I just go with the flow. You know what I mean? I don't question things.
Do you have
Yeah.
a lot of random people like on the Instagram?
No.
No.
The majority of the people that we have are ones that we know.
Yeah.
Well, the people that commented were people we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them were very upset.
Some of them were very funny.
No, the funniest one was, there's no chance this is real. They're too codependent on each other.
That's
Yeah.
That one ruined me.
Yeah, I was
That one got me.
I was gonna go, that's
Yeah, that
but
was
then
good.
I saw one, it was like, alright, but post the same thing again, but tomorrow.
Yeah,
That was very funny.
That was very good.
That was very
You
good.
know what? I saw it on the way here.
Mm.
I wasn't on my phone while I was driving. I was pulled over. But
By the cops?
yeah, the cops pulled me over.
And then you showed
then
him.
I, yeah, then I showed him like this.
It's
Yeah.
like, bro, you guys.
And the cop's like, what?
I can't believe it.
Yeah, he freaked out. So I was like, it actually hit me a little inside. I was like, oh, why? And then I'm reading it, and then Sarah locks my phone, and she goes, let's talk about it. Now, I thought she just wanted to practice, like, being on the podcast. I was like, what are you on about? Let's talk about it. I was like, oh, it must mean like, oh, it's just Ray, you know? And she goes,
He was ready to get rid of you completely.
That's fine.
He's like, no worries.
not in a bad way. I was like,
That's okay.
that's what my like head came, but I was actually cut inside. I was like, oh, no way. But then it clicked when she like
Was smirking.
snatched my phone and locked it.
No, it was,
I was
way
like-
after that.
Okay, maybe slightly after that.
So, what did you think you were walking into a Jerry Springer sort of
I
situation?
thought it was gonna be I thought there was gonna be tension, like something happened. There's gonna be tension in the air, you know.
That would be good.
So
That'll-
that'll
that'll
bring
be
views.
You
Yeah.
need drama sometimes, Goose,
Yeah.
right?
That'll bring views.
Need some heels.
This guy in the hill talk again. Mate. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Have a Chat with Ray and Stat. I am Ray, and sitting right next to me, as always, is my man Stat.
Oh, it gets worse every time.
How you doing, brother?
Mate, I'm fine. Joe, how are you, bro?
Good, bro.
Doing alright?
Yeah, not too
Good, mate. So I'm happy
Pull the
I'm happy
mic
see
closer
ya.
to you, bro. We know that thing doesn't work a butte.
I'm
I am
happy to
living
see
the
ya.
dream,
But now
Stat. How
I
you
didn't
doing,
ask, I
brother?
didn't ask, we're just going to ignore that. Joey,
We're living the dream.
how are you, sir?
Good, Nate. How are you?
Good.
Why'd you get so lost?
No, I was looking at that camera and you called him Joe as well. I don't know who you were talking to.
Oh, I said Joe. I thought I said Joey.
No,
Apologies.
that's fair.
Same old.
Apologies.
That's fair.
Yeah, moving on to our guest. Hello.
There you go, guys.
How are we?
Good man. You know what? A little bit nervous.
Why?
Not because of you guys. Like, I love talking to you guys. Yeah.
What
But
guys?
believe it or
Sure.
not, it's the cameras.
The cameras. Now, the cameras have that effect on people,
Yes.
for the most part. But, Yanni, don't worry about the cameras.
But I've actually had this growing up, like, as long as I can remember. Like, you know, when you're like with your boys or something, and one of them whips out a phone and starts recording you for like social media or something, and then like as soon as it lands on me, bro, I forget how to human. Like, I don't know how to human anymore, bro. I start malfunctioning, like twitching a little bit. Like, I'm like, bro, what do I do? Like, I cannot deal with cameras.
Just buckle.
Terrible.
Forget how to
I'm
human.
buckled. Yeah.
That's really good.
He forgets how. Well, listen, you don't have to forget today. You just look into our eyes and we'll take you away.
That's
You know
exactly
what
what I'm doing.
I'm saying? Welcome, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I had to let them have their moment.
Yeah.
I love
Looking
this
through
guy
each
so
other's
much.
eyes.
I love
By
him
all
so
means.
much.
By all means.
Listen, I shouted him out on last month's podcast, on the last episode. So, mate, I can't believe you're here. You know what I mean?
Oh, God bless, man.
Right.
I'm so happy.
What a
So happy
man.
I'm here.
What an Albert.
He's so happy to be here.
You see? He's
You
just
guys are too nice.
Oh.
Honestly.
he's not that nice.
I'm not that nice.
We're not very nice.
For you.
I disagree.
The thing is, you're the nicest out. I'm sorry. We were very rude. I just interrupted Sarah.
From what?
Sarah's here. Hello. That introduced you.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, we had a conversation.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't know where you've
Bro,
been.
my head is all over the joint this week, man. It has not been.
It's Tuesday.
No, like
Ugh.
last week leading to this week, it's just
Okay.
been a mess.
I was gonna say, make it look like you've been like
No,
the
no, it's
craziest
just
week
been
of
a
our lives.
disaster.
Day 2.
My head's a disaster. Stuff.
Yeah, that's the least of your concerns.
Yeah.
But hey, thank you for jumping on the pod.
Very
Great
excited.
to have you guys.
Very good.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
guys.
Are you nervous as well?
A little bit,
Okay.
but I'm okay.
So-
I feel like him being more nervous has made me more calm.
I was gonna say you were way more nervous before the potty, mate. How good.
Yeah, look, just pretend there's no cameras, there's no mics. Think about it as like we're just at church, we're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to ignore this.
That's just in the
Massive
face.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A bit hard to do.
Yeah, a
hard
little
to do.
bit.
Yeah, yeah. But that's alright.
You guys are doing fine, mate. You've been 6 minutes in. It's been like nothing's happened. You guys are good.
Thanks, man.
See?
I appreciate that.
You're pros. You're pros. I like it.
It's easy.
First time we've done something like this.
Oh, is it?
Ever.
Never done a potty before?
The last time I was on, like, in front of a camera was for, like, it was for a unit at uni, and we had to, like, reenact this first aid scenario. And, man, I didn't know what to do as soon as the camera turned on. Man, I was acing it before. As soon as the camera turned on, man, no idea how to do
It was
first
first
I was
aid.
just nervous. As soon as the camera turned on.
So they died.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw it, like, after, but that just shows you, like, how I am in front of cameras.
So you just switch off.
It's more so I like natural. I feel like I'm a natural reactor. Like, I do things naturally. As soon as a camera comes on, it just becomes unnatural, and it's more so like I have to act because a camera's in front of me, and I'm not good at that. Terrible.
Well, there's a very good chance Joe forgot to turn on the cameras. So you should be all right.
It's a fair play.
You should be okay.
Fair play.
I'll keep
Don't worry, we're
reminding
not
you.
even recording. It's fine. We did a whole episode once. He forgot to press record.
You're kidding.
The entire episode. Go on.
It was 55 minutes.
55 minutes.
No
Oh,
way.
no.
I found it very funny.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
He
pretty
did
funny.
not. I thought it was so funny. I'm like, oh well. And he's like, no, what do you mean? I gotta care. It's alright.
Is what it is.
It happens. It's alright. It's our boy doing his thing.
Funny.
He does his thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's alright. But yeah, just relax. It's chill. It's a good laugh. Hopefully it's a good laugh.
I thought he was gonna be fine with it because we got food, and we once did like a little review thing just for fun.
Yeah.
I'm really exposing us right now. Anyways, and he's like, "Hey guys, so basically," and he's like fully
Talking to no one, mind you. Like, no
Yeah.
one's gonna ever see this video except
Yeah,
that.
no one's.
That's
no one
great.
sees it.
You guys make more an effort than we do.
Yeah, I swear.
Yeah, I'll make 0.
How crazy would it be to ask Albert to review something right now the exact same way, looking straight into the camera?
What am I gonna review?
Review the water bottle. Mount Franklin.
All right. Oh, okay, you put me on the spot, but let's try.
Take a
You
sip.
ever tried this before?
Take a
Yeah,
sip.
that's what I was thinking.
Take your time.
First time?
Look, no, it's not my first time trying water. Tried it a couple times in my life.
Okay.
Nice.
I was surprised to find out that different waters actually taste different.
Okay.
Like, genuinely. Like, probably that water would taste different to this water.
Uh-huh.
Don't ask me why. I've got no idea why, but I've tasted waters and they've just,
He
No, they've
hates
been
tap
different.
water.
and I can't do tap water.
You should do a segment called H2O reviews. Just have like every different bottle of water. And then just review the water.
And have Jay Had on as
Maybe I
special
shouldn't
guest.
give it away, unless like I do a sneak peek of that.
Yeah,
That
do a
would be-
sneak peek. Straight into
Okay.
that camera, review this
Cheers,
one.
people.
Wow.
You know what?
Wow.
Tastes like water.
Nice, good start.
Yeah.
Out of
That's
10.
it.
I
What are we
would've
thinking?
guessed.
Out of 10, that's a solid 8. I give that an
Wow.
8.
That's
Have,
a decent
have you guys ever had like water from Lebanon, like the tanurin, like the from the mountains? Have you
Yeah.
had that before?
Yes, I have.
How good is that water?
I can't believe how far he's taken the one.
It's great. No, he's right. I'm very
Dude, no,
captivated.
serious.
Yeah, no, I have. It's fantastic.
How good is it?
The best.
So this is an 8 compared to that water.
Yeah, that one's about a 10.5
That's pretty good.
Out of what?
Out of what?
Out of 10.
Out of 100?
out of 10. That means it's exceeding my expectations. It's that good.
In my head, I was thinking 10.5 out of 20. So I thought you just jumped up 10. I was like, it's not really that good then.
I can't believe how serious he took the water thing.
It's fine. It's like me with the trains. I think it's great. This is fine.
Unbelievable. Remember how you asked what we're going to talk about tonight? Apparently Albert and his water stuff. That's great,
Yeah,
bro.
I love
Well
it.
done.
No,
I don't
thanks,
know,
bro.
bro, that's phenomenal. That's a whole series in itself.
Were you nervous just then?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, as soon as I looked dead into the camera,
And then you never looked at it again?
then I left that.
Yeah. It's good. No, it's fine. Tandoori water, bro. Water.
How good? How
Yeah,
good
the
is
best. Oh, the best. You know what's almost as good?
it? What?
Tap water and they go straight to hospital. That is always fun. Now, my cousin in Lebanon, went to... he woke up 3 o'clock in the morning and he went to crack open a bottle of water and drink it.
Oh no.
But for some reason, he drank something that was, I think, of a detergent or something that was in the fridge or something very odd. And he didn't know, and he's like, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm thirsty. Drank it. 5 minutes later, had to go straight to the hospital, and
No
that's what,
way.
yeah, the guy almost died. I'm like, mate, 3 o'clock in the morning, crack open a bottle of water. What are you getting this weird detergent crap that you're getting out of the fridge? I don't know.
Wait, why was
Why
it?
is there
That was
detergent in the fridge?
The guy drank detergent instead.
Did you
Why
say
is it in the
detergent
fridge?
in the
It was-
fridge?
I don't know.
How doesn't he realize?
The temperature doesn't change the cleaning process.
Okay, I didn't drink it. What are you asking me? I don't know. He just told me a story. And he said, Wallah, and this. I said, okay, I believe you. That's it. I'm
Is
fine.
this safe to go back to Lebanon?
Yeah, bro, it's fine.
No, I don't need the year, bro. I'm asking.
It's
you
fine. It's
legitimately,
genuinely
can you go
fine.
back?
Stay
There are
away
people
from
that
the
have been in
detergent.
last
One of the
2
boys
months.
is going back in a few weeks.
Yeah, and there was a family that just came back recently.
Oh, really?
It's fine.
I would love to go back, man.
I wish I went during the time the war was like peak. Do you know why?
Why?
It was $800
The
return.
plane tickets were so cheap.
It was $800 return.
So you're saying you wanted to go then?
Yep.
Because it was cheap return flight.
Do you know how much it is to go now? Return? Like 2-3 grand.
Okay, but if you're like peak war, what are you gonna do over?
But if I don't return, it's fine.
It's free flight.
Do you know what I mean?
Either way, it's cheap.
Either way, yeah,
Whether
it
you
doesn't
return or
change
not.
whether it's cheap or not.
Yeah.
War, a bomb, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. I paid $100 for a ticket.
It's worth the risk. The
And then when
price.
people go, they pay 3-4
Why are you
grand.
yelling in
I'll be
my
like,
ear?
hey.
Take it easy. What are you yelling?
Mate,
I'm not yelling.
That's passion. It's for the flex.
You know what I
get
mean?
it. I get it. It's for the flex.
But
100%.
am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
So imagine people going now paying 3-4 grand a ticket, return. I'm not getting sucked in on during the war, paid $800.
Oh, you
Love
didn't.
a good bargain.
Hey?
Love a good bargain.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Oh, war. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Sarah is
Oh,
the
no.
best with that stuff.
What bargains?
With war?
Oh,
Now you're just telling everyone I'm cheap.
incredible.
Sarah, what do you do for these bargains?
What do I do?
Yeah, like tell us your secrets.
It's not really a secret. I'm just a little bit too determined. So like I will go online and find any form of other shop that has it. And then potentially if a shop has some kind of like guaranteed 10% cheaper if you find it more expensive type of thing, I'll check for that.
There was an app for that.
And then I do the app work.
The honey app or something like
Yeah,
that.
there was
Yeah.
a big scam.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, massive scam. Massive
kidding.
lawsuits. Yeah.
Bro, like every YouTuber under the sun was sponsored by that.
Yeah, and they're all coming out now saying we didn't know it was a scam.
No way.
Yeah, apparently they didn't do their job and they just promoted stuff that they got paid from.
That's hectic.
Wait,
Yeah.
how did
Because
they
they're
scam them?
sponsored from PayPal or they're created by PayPal.
Were they?
Yeah.
So if
Same
PayPal
creators.
created them, PayPal made a scam.
That's what YouTube said.
Wait, but how are they scamming?
Well, their jobs were to find you the cheapest. They weren't doing that. And they were just sending you to, I guess, websites that help them.
Sponsored.
Yeah.
Random
No.
sites. Wow.
That's crazy.
I did not know that. That's tripping me out now. But so you look from site to site. How long will you go for till you find the price you want?
It depends. If it's something I don't need to buy straight away, there are also websites that like track the price.
Oh,
Obviously,
like honey.
this this is something. No, not like that. It's more like it's more like they have a graph, like a genuine graph about what the lowest was, like within the last year or 3 months or something. Anyways, it's
What kind of
always,
items
like,
are they?
Big purchases depends. It could
You
be
know,
anything,
like-
but
like-
if I'm getting like an Apple Watch or if I'm getting whatever, like I got an Apple Watch last year, and then I used the Beat It by 10% at Officeworks. It turned out to be the best. I found some random Australian website. They were able to match it and beat it by 10%. And then I had work gave me a gift card for $100 and it had Officeworks a part of it. So I took it. It came down to like $200 for one of the newer Apple Watches.
So you paid $1 basically.
Same
That's
thing.
what it was.
No, but it was like normally like 500. Like it went down a lot. Like I got.
You've turned shopping into a science.
It's a lot of work.
It's actually like if I go to get something, or if I told her like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy this," she will be like, "Don't like Gandalf style. Like you shall not come. Like you can't. You're not buying this.
Nice.
You are waiting until I find the best price." And I'll be like, "Okay, no worries." And then she'll cook every time. Every time. Like
You know, as
to find the
females
best
do.
price.
I didn't say it. We
Very
did not
good.
say it.
Very good.
It was
very
the
good,
female in the room that
Very
said it.
good,
It
very
wasn't
good.
us.
Very good. Okay,
Slick.
that's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. To be honest with you,
It's not
No,
a
it
thing.
completely tripped me out.
It's not a thing.
oh, it's just something that you
It's just
specifically do.
broke live.
Hashtag broke life.
Yeah, fair play, fair play.
Yeah, that's all right.
Mm.
That's all right.
Now,
Happens.
Mm.
I want to bring something up because it is a very interesting story, and we don't get a lot of interesting stories on this podcast. That Albert got held up at gunpoint.
Please, I need to know.
Have you heard the story before or no?
I've heard it, but not directly from the source. So, like, things can be out of whack.
Okay.
Is
I
is this
think
like-
I got it like sorry. I
Hang
think
on.
I got it like third party. Like it wasn't the second person that heard that you told. It was the
Yeah.
person after that.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
serious?
It is. It like. It depends.
Okay.
Well, it was 4 years
It,
ago.
it was absolutely. It was serious.
At the time, yeah. But if
Yeah.
I laugh about it, is that okay or no?
Man, laugh at me from every angle, man. No
Oh,
stress.
perfect. I just want to know.
I'm chill.
All right, I just
I'm
want to know.
chill.
All right, when you're ready. Hit it
Hold
on.
on. So you hear this guy gets held up at gunpoint. Your first question is, "Can I laugh at you?"
Yeah, 100%.
Honestly,
Actually,
it's
yeah.
very, very funny.
It's fair play.
Because
It's fair
That's
play.
you
That's the
don't
title.
hear someone every day, like you don't hear someone every day saying, "I'll go hold at gunpoint."
Yeah, it's true.
funny.
Yeah, it doesn't happen every day.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's like
I'll
when
tell you.
someone falls. It's not funny for them, but if you're watching,
Yeah,
Oh.
it's true.
Falling into a
Yeah.
hilarious.
And Yanni, he's alive, so he's all right.
Yeah, it's it.
Yeah, yeah, all right, go.
100%.
Yeah, go.
I want to know about this.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? Like, I'll connect it later because, believe it or not, I learnt the lesson from it more later in life. Not
See
even at
how
the
good
moment.
he is, bro. He's got a full lesson for the story
Man,
and everything. This
Full
is
lesson.
good. Okay.
Everything that happens, man, there's a lesson.
I like it.
lesson.
So, I was working as a manager at a retail supermarket. I won't name names or give away any place, but I was a duty store manager at the time, and I was working a Thursday night shift, and I'd say it was maybe around 8:30 p.m. at this time. We're closing at 9. So we had half an hour left of the shift. It's just me and my other good mate who worked with me at the time. Shout out Noy, actually. Absolute legend. He trooped through that. But it was us two only on the shift. I'm all the way at the back of the store. Have no idea what. But I'm just at the back of the store, closing up for the day, getting everything ready. Something came into my head where I was like, you know what? I'm going to go down to where the registers are, and I'm just going to swap my colleague out so that he's, not always sitting on the register. Just give him some time to do stuff. Mind you, usually we never do that. That never happens. Very rarely. I just was like, you know what? I feel bad. He's been sitting there for a long, long time. Like, I'll go swap him out. Go down to the register, and I'm sitting there with him, and we're just chilling, having a chat, having a laugh. And my back is facing where the customers would come from. So I've got my back towards that side, and my mate is looking toward that side. I crack a joke, right? Because, just having a laugh, whatever. I think I'm hilarious. And I start laughing, right? I can see, like, my mate in front of me frozen, like dead set, no movement, frozen, just looking over my shoulder. And I'm like, what's he looking at? Mind you, I'm still smiling because I'm still laughing at my joke. I thought I was hilarious, bro. And I turn around to see what he was looking at. And all I can see is like the barrel of a gun, like right at my forehead. Never forget it. And the guy's like, put the money in the bag or I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to do this and that. Whatever. It starts going off. And he shoves like a bag in my, he shoves it at me. And mind you, I'm still laughing at my joke at this point. So if you took an image, right, of that moment, and you would just see me with a gun at my head, having a laugh, chilling, right? Because I haven't processed it yet. And it's true when they say it takes time to process something crazy, because it did. It took me like a solid 10 seconds, if not, to process that whole situation. Then I realized, like, oh, I'm getting held up right now. This is crazy. So the guy shoved the bag at me. I started putting the money in the bag, shoving it all in, giving it to him. And he points the gun at my colleague, at my friend who was next to me. And he's like, you two, hurry up, put the money in the bag. Like, come on, you're taking too long. And he was yelling at us. And what was he doing at the same time? He was banging the gun. Mind you, I did forget to mention a point. He actually cocked the gun when I turned around. So as soon as I turned, he cocked it at me. And then that's when it, all started happening. Anyway, so my friend was like, all right, got you. Like, he's putting the money in. Then I look at the guy. I triple backflip, kicked the gun out of his hand, caught it mid-air, right? And I said, give me your money.
Hang on.
True story.
Hang on.
Give me your money. You had me there for a second.
Hang on. Sorry, I got to. I'm sorry. This can't continue. Are you okay? I don't know where to go. There's so many jokes.
Give me your money.
Do they call you Albert Wick? That's the first one.
Albert Wayne, Batman.
Yeah, that's all right. Not bad.
I do
Albert
prefer-
Lee.
I do prefer Albert Wayne. That makes more sense.
What do you mean you kicked him?
Triple backflip, kicked the gun out of his hand.
What does that even mean?
That means I did a triple backflip,
Thank you.
kicked the gun out of his hand, caught it mid-air, and then gave it right back to him.
This is Rush Hour 4 filming, 100%.
Telling him.
This is Rush Hour 4, no problem. Triple backflip. Are you
It's still April Fool's.
are
I
you
don't know
are
if
you a
this is
gymnast
joke.
like Simone Biles?
I actually am a gymnast. I'm quite flexible.
That's pretty hectic. So you kick the gun out
Is
of
this
his hand.
legit?
Fully legit, man.
I don't believe this
it-
at all.
I'm flexible too, but not triple backflip
Bro,
flexible.
what?
Listen, you stuffed yourself up on the triple backflip.
Right, the police didn't want me to take the footage because, like, they were embarrassed that I did the job for them. Fully embarrassed.
Did they arrest you for taking his money?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I don't
This
know.
isn't legit.
we don't need to talk about that, man. That,
He's lying
that
now.
stays it.
There's no way.
All right. Do you want the true story?
Yes!
I cried like a baby.
There's no way you thought that was legit.
His delivery was beautiful.
Bro, it was unbelievable.
I just sat there, I said-
that what the crap.
I said, "There's no way." Like I knew it was a crazy story. I didn't know it was that crazy.
The fact that Sarah laughed
It-
like crazy.
Yeah, because
sort
we
of
said,
gave
"Is
it
this
away.
true?" And she was like, "No," and then like laughed to herself. Yeah, I knew. I was like, "Someone's giving something away."
Don't say
Sorry.
triple backflip.
Look, it's true because that's what happened in my head
Yeah.
at the time. That's what I had going on in my head. I'm gonna triple backflip this gun right out of his hand, and I'm gonna, take the money back, and I'm gonna save the world. Like ready to do it.
Yeah,
But
like
that wasn't
the
the
scenario every guy plays in their head. I'm gonna say
100%.
that, yeah, 100%.
Especially after it happens. Like
Yeah,
you guys
this
in
is
the
what I
situation-
would have done.
Yeah, I wish I did this. So no, the truth of the fact was I ended up giving him the money. I was like, no chance here, because if I do anything, I'm probably gonna get shot. So I was like, no, hand it over. My colleague was doing the same thing, and mind you, at the same time, this guy, like, he's banging the gun on the the perspex that we had during COVID time.
Yeah.
That were like covering the customers from the workers. he was banging the gun on the side of that. So in my head, I'm worried, like, this can go off if he's just banging it, playing with it, like not actually, you know, handling it properly. I was worried about an accidental shot coming out. So I was trying to remain calm, follow procedure. Like, mind you, in those moments, it's very hard. It's very difficult to think of procedure. You just act solely off instinct.
100%.
You got things like don't make eye contact, only speak when spoken to, don't offer anything. Look, at that point, like if he said, give me your undies, I would have given him my undies. Like I was like, bro, no, take what you want and go.
Yeah.
But it's just instinct. What's happening there is just solely instinct, and you want to do your best to try and handle it, you know. So anyway, he ends up taking the money, and he just bolts off, right? All sweet. I turned and I looked, and I realized he forgot a $5 note. I'm not kidding. I was this close to being like, bro, you forgot. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. What am I doing? That's stupid of me.
Your mind is that
Like
all over the joint.
Yeah, all over the
Wow.
joint. It took about probably another 10 seconds to process what had happened. So I stepped out of the register area after he'd left, and that's when it all hit me. I was like, man, you just got held up. And I remember there was a lady that was standing like right next to me at the time, and she looked me dead in the eyes, man, like I'm not kidding, and she goes, I think you should call the police. And I looked at her back and I said, bro, are you Sherlock Holmes, man? That is insane. That is genius.
Should have said, why didn't you call the
So-
police?
I
You
swear.
genius.
Thank you so
I
much.
swear.
So you're telling me there was a bystander watching this whole thing, and
There
then
was a-
after the ordeal, she goes up to you and says, maybe you should call the police.
You know what the worst thing is? That she wasn't even the worst bystander.
What are you talking about? So there's more people in the store,
Oh, there was like a solid 5-6 people in the vicinity, man.
and you two are getting held up.
Yeah,
No one else is.
cared.
bro.
And
No
no
one-
one cared.
They're like in the background.
This is GTA.
Yeah, full GTA, 100%. But like, there was one bystander, and man, this guy, bro, he was holding a piece of bread, or a loaf of bread, should I say. And he comes to the register, to the conveyor belt. He puts his loaf of bread on the conveyor belt, right? This thief comes from behind the guy, walks over to the register, right? The dude with the bread looks at the guy, sees him with the gun, sees us getting held up, and he goes, oh no, I got to get out of here. Takes his bread, walks away, right?
No way.
But
He
it,
stole the bread.
it gets better. No. He didn't steal the bread. As soon as the thief leaves, that same guy comes back, puts his loaf of bread on the conveyor belt, ready to get served.
Nah.
Bro, ready
Nah.
to grab his bread.
Like business as usual.
There's
bit
so
like-
many
yeah,
people
yeah.
here that could have called the cops.
Oh man, there was people at the back of the store that could have called the cops. But look, like, the situation's pretty intense, and like I said, you tend to act off instinct. So I don't really like. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say that
everyone's
they-
scared for
yeah,
sure.
100%.
Wait,
They don't sound scared. They sound dumb.
it's not wrong.
Or they really don't like you. They're like, yeah, you deserve this.
It was probably that, by the sounds of it, and like, because after it happened, I called the police straight away.
Katar khairak, about time.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, I thought, you know what? If they're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So I took my phone out. I called the police, and at that point, I was shaking because I was like, "Oh, that just happened." I didn't, I was fine
Adrenaline's
before.
kicking.
100%, and I was okay before. I did everything that I needed to do in the moment, handled it. After that, that's when it hit, and I called the police, and it wasn't until the police showed up till I actually realized the scope of the incident.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until like 7 police cars showed up at the front, 3 detectives walk in, and all of that, and they're like, "Oh, can we speak to the manager of the shift?" And I was like, "Oh, that'll be me." And he goes, "Oh, who got held up?" I said, "That'll be me." And he goes, "Oh, are you okay to help us out? Like, because we've got to see the footage." And I said, "Bro, I want to see the footage. Let's go, man. I want to see it before you do." Because I wanted to see it like an action movie. You want to see what happened.
You want to see yourself stopping on camera.
I want to see myself.
He wants to see the triple
I want
backflip.
to see the triple backflip.
Of course.
Right?
He was really composed, apparently, from what I've heard.
I thought it was quite like interesting to watch that whole footage, and like, look, not in a bad way. Like, I think I handled it pretty well. to be fair, like I grew up in Lebanon. Like I lived a lot of my life in Lebanon, so I'm like, you know, what you see over there is probably nothing you see here. So
Yeah.
for me, it was okay. Like I
Guys,
was
this is just child's play, brother.
This is
All you went through is
just child's play, bro.
Yeah, it's easy.
easy mode, man.
Yeah. Easy mode.
So I was like, okay, this is no problem. My friend as well did a very good job at handling the situation too. But the funny thing is, when I went inside with the detectives and we were looking at the footage and, you know, we're going through, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I said to the guy, I said, can we check on my mate if that's okay? Like, I want to make sure he's okay. We both walk out and we go to the register and all I'm hearing is the beep, beep,
No
like
way,
of
he's going back to work.
someone getting served. And I'm looking at him and I can see him serving customers. And he's like, sorry guys, I can only take card now because I've got no cash in the register. Like, only card, like, full serving.
Do you work at a zoo?
No.
What a
are you
legend,
talking
bro.
about?
He said work does not stop for nothing. He just kept going.
Instead of calling the cops or doing something productive, work.
No, this is the
No,
guy
he
that
was-
got
he-
held
he was
up.
the one that got held up with me. He was there. And he knew I called the cops.
No, this is a good bloke. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just heck instead of thinking, oh, I'm going home early, he
Yeah,
just
he
kept
said,
working.
I'm gonna finish this shift.
Did you promote it?
Dedicated. Did I promote him? No, I didn't. I shouted him out, but I didn't promote him at the time. Look.
Brother, he got held up and he's like, all right, next customer come through, play on. No problem.
But that was up to the business to promote him. And honestly, they should have. That was a well-deserved promotion. Look, the police were mad because they go that he contaminated the crime scene. Like,
No dirt.
legit.
No dirt.
No. Everyone's a shambles in this story,
Oh, no,
bro.
the shambles. Yeah,
What are you
absolute
talking
shambles.
about?
Yeah, so the police, the detective was like, man, he's contaminated the crime scene. You got to stop him.
What a hamar.
So I had to like be like, man, stop serving customers.
I believe the backflip more. Like all of this is insane. The backflip makes more sense.
But it's how good is that? But like, you know what? That if that shouldn't be like his resume, like forget about an actual piece of paper resume. Get that footage. That's your resume.
100%.
I just got held up. I'm still working.
100%.
Straight out.
I don't know.
I
I don't know what to say.
don't know if I agree with that.
Okay, so, all right. So,
I just got shot. I keep working.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, just to ask you, so you said that you learned something from that,
Yes.
but a lot later.
Yes.
What was it that you learned?
Okay.
Aside from the fact that you should be in the next Rush Hour movie. What else did you learn from that experience?
That's a great question. What's interesting is at the time, I looked at it as like what a crazy moment. It's pretty funny. Like I didn't see the true seriousness in the situation at the time. At the time, I wasn't good in my faith. Coming to my faith more recently, I realized that, man, anything could happen to you at any time, and you would never like. How did I know that I would wake up and that day and I was gonna be held? I forgot to mention it was my birthday too. Yeah, so it was my birthday. So yeah, it was a happy birthday gift. So in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna go to work, go home, cut a cake with the family, do what I need to do. The last thing like I would have expected that day was a dude was gonna walk in with a gun and was gonna hold me up. Now, I'm not saying that's the craziest thing. A lot of people face so many more serious things, but I came to realize that anything can happen at any time, and you really need to focus, put your focus and put your mind on God and set that as your priority in life, because you don't know what's going to happen today. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know if you make it tomorrow. I know that's a very common thing. A lot of people say this, but you have these experiences, then you actually resonate with what they're saying, if that makes sense.
So is that experience what drew you back to your journey in your faith?
Believe it or not, no, because otherwise I would have probably come to Christ, come to my faith at that time, but it wasn't what drew me at the time. No.
Okay, just got you thinking about it. Is that?
Question,
Ask away.
because you said that it was your birthday. So now I have 15 other questions. Did you think at any point that your mates were just pulling a prank on you? Like, happy birthday, we just and pull out the battle club?
In what world have you had that happen to you, or
And
seen
the
that
gun
happen?
just shoots bubbles,
Yeah.
like in Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone 3, yeah. 100%.
Look, if that was the case, and if tomorrow my mate comes and says to me that was a prank, I wouldn't even be mad.
Yeah, because it's well executed.
I'll be like, that is a solid, well executed prank.
Yeah.
100%.
And with that cash, let's go hang out. Like,
But-
you know what I mean?
I'll be
Yeah,
like,
so
you
much
still
money
have the
now.
cash in? Like,
Yeah,
what are we doing?
The intention
Straight
was a
up.
prank, but the actions were real.
But yeah, you know what?
The money's real.
It's all about 5K. Let's
Yeah.
have a good time.
Actually, you know what? The guy took 1.4K. I think
Oh.
at most. Barely anything.
I was actually going to ask you how much they took. Actually,
Barely anything.
my question was going to be at
It
one
doesn't
point
sound
was,
worth it.
how much cash do you have in the registers? But 1.4K.
Robbing,
It's not
robbing a
worth it.
cashier is not worth it, bro.
Nah.
It's not worth it. It never has been. It's petty cash.
That's hectic, bro. 1.4K.
Honestly, inflation's just killed it. What's 1.4K?
Yeah, sure, but hey, any money's good money, bro.
You can't even buy a phone with that.
You take it.
He's got plans on Saturday.
Yeah.
We don't condone
I'm gonna
robbing
see
at
that
a
one.
store. We don't condone it.
I want to visit a certain store on
We
Saturday
don't
night.
condone robbing any stores. Please don't do it.
Yeah, do it. It's fine. It's fun. It's a good
No, we
laugh.
don't.
It's,
It's
get
not-
your friends together.
it's not worth it.
Don't do it.
Get your friends
It's
together
not
on
worth
Saturday
it.
night. Call
Go
me if
get
you
a
want to go.
job, work the job, and then get paid at the end of the week like everyone else.
Do you know
You'll
what?
make more.
But no, if you need extra money, go rob the store. It's no problem. No problem.
In all seriousness,
Mm.
it is so useless. Like, for the amount that this person took with all the risk involved in what they're doing, how useless is that? Like, mind you, like, even this guy could get a criminal record, bro. Good luck him getting a job later on and getting more money.
Did he get caught? Do you know if you found out he ever got caught or
I'll
not?
be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
I would assume so. I never really kept in touch with the whole.
Okay, so let me actually take it down a serious path then.
Yep.
Does that freak you out? The fact that he never got caught? Or that you don't know if he got caught?
No,
Why?
because I pray about it.
Okay.
That's why. It does sound like crazy, like, oh, like, you know, I want to know what happened to this guy. Like, for me, it's more my curiosity,
Yeah.
not my fear. It's like, I'm curious as to what happened to this guy. I want to know, did he get caught? Did he face the repercussions? Did he, you know, what happened to him? But it never, like, I was never like, oh, I'm scared that this guy's still out there. Yeah, I don't think it's worth holding the fear.
What about you, Sarah? You hear this story. Were you around during that time period?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. So he tells you this story for the first time. What goes through your head?
I thought he was joking. The
Yeah.
triple backflip. No.
So you told the triple
Then
backflip
I
before.
realized it was real. No,
No.
I didn't tell that.
This guy's
That was
got
just for
rehearsed
you guys,
jokes.
that was just for you. No, I just, like, I think initially I just didn't really, I was like, I couldn't tell if he was serious or not. And then I found the article that you guys found as well, apparently.
This article.
Yeah, there's an article.
It's
I
like
forgot
2
to-
paragraphs.
I'm so annoyed at that article, by the way.
Yeah, I got an article
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Did my head in too.
Right.
What they do to you?
Bro, they actually, like, they said that the two guys were, like, shivering in their pants, basically, man. Like, they were scared.
They did
And-
you dirty.
Bro, I was great.
Yeah, he was actually really
I was
composed
fine.
from what I've heard.
They actually did me dirty. So I don't know who it was, the Daily Mail or something. I don't know who the flip it was. Probably not.
Daily Mail, they're dogs, bro.
Yeah, but so's Channel 7.
It was. I think Daily Mail's too
Might have
big
been
for this.
Telegraph.
I don't know who this is. Telegraph.
Telegraph?
probably, yeah.
Because for the full article,
I
I
don't
had to
know
pay.
what's going on, bro.
Journalists are dogs.
They have no
in
idea.
general.
100%.
That I think you were more upset because they didn't include the fact that he did a triple backflip and you kicked it out of his hand.
Thank you so much. Bro, that's all I wanted in
That's what I'm
there.
here for.
That's
I
all I
know.
wanted in there.
How the next time?
Next time. Next time I
Let's
triple
hope there's not a
backflip.
next time.
You know.
But I do like what you said about the fear thing. Stat, take it. He was talking about how he doesn't get scared or he doesn't fear it. There's no PTSD from the situation. The guy's not scared to walk into another shop because he prays about it and you pray about it constantly.
I'll be honest, not constantly.
Okay, like how often we talking?
I when it first happened, like I said, I wasn't as close to my faith at the time. So I wasn't praying for it at the time.
Yeah.
And I think then I wasn't like, I didn't have PTSD, but I had a bit of like you know, flinch moments, like, oh, what's that? Or like I'd be somewhere at night with the boys and I'll see someone in the background, whatever, just
Put you on edge.
right in my- and I'll be like, oh, is this guy?
Yeah.
Like not in a PTSD form. Like it never really affected me that bad, and I got over it quite quickly. I think that was just more or so my personality working there.
Yeah.
But later on in life, it's not something I pray about all the time. No, it's maybe a few times I've prayed about it, and I've been like, oh,
Okay, but all these years later, it's still something that comes into your prayer life at some point.
not really.
Really? Okay, so
I'll be
it
honest,
digressed. It
Yes,
digressed.
I'll be honest.
So,
yeah.
so talk to me about that stat. Talk to me about being consumed with a fear, but finding your way out of it straight through prayer. Am I making sense with that?
Mm.
Because
Try
I
come
think
with the right
I think
answer.
that's a very common thing that happens, Joey. In that big event happens in your life, and you pray about it constantly. And then as time passes, it starts to digress. You don't pray about it as much because God's dealt with it in your life and you're able to move on from it. And I think the only way that you're going to be able to get over fear is through that prayer cycle.
Yeah, unfortunately, in life, some things are very hard to get over. It's just how it is, and I struggle to understand how people can do it without God, because there's a lot of things in life in general, and especially in my life, where I look back and I'm like, I don't want to get over it. Not I want to get over it and I can't. I don't want to. But when you're a disciple of Christ, Christ requires you in following him to move on. Like in Philippians, it says, be anxious for nothing. It tells us to think of things that are true, that are of joy. So as a disciple, Christ wants us to move our thoughts from anything that causes us anxiety or stress or depression. And a lot of those thoughts come when you can't move on. And a lot more thoughts include like anger, sadness. God wants us to move on from these things. And how do we do that? Well, it says in Philippians, Paul says to think of things that are true, things that have joy. And out of all the things he's listed, he summarizes it in verse 8 and he says, and through this, you get joy. Through this, you can move on with God. It says at the end of verse 8. So, yeah, unfortunately, life is not easy. It's hard. And if you think that you're going to go through life and nothing bad's going to happen, or, you're just going to be able to get over things easily because that's your personality, well, one day you're going to get hit by something big and it's just going to play in your mind and play in your mind. And I like what Albert said. Give it to God and God helps you move on. Easier said than done. Doesn't happen overnight. And it requires us to make the effort to think of things that are true, think of things that are good, and think of initially all these things represent God.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's good.
I want to bring up that verse.
Trying to think of what I was going to say. Everything happens for a reason, right? I'm a big believer in that. But in a situation like what you went through, God allowed it for a reason. Now, that wasn't something that you knew at the time. That wasn't something you probably wouldn't have picked up on, like you mentioned at the time. But you said that was something that brought you closer at one point. Like it was just like a reminder of God and that he's watching, and that could have been a turning point in the sense of it could have actually gone really negative, but it didn't. And that was kind of like God saying to you, hey, like I'm present, I'm here,
Yep.
So I believe everything happens for a reason in that sense. I also believe that God was trying to get your attention there. And I think God does that in our lives, whether it be through things that we go through, something like, what you went through, or another traumatic experience, or sickness, or death, or something of others that we might know. It's to get us to be drawn back to him in one way or another. So I'm a big believer in that everything happens for a reason in that sense. And I think obviously God did it, to be like, because like, let's flip it. Say you were to die in that moment and you hadn't accepted Christ. The Bible talks about you being on your way to hell, right?
Yep.
In a way, that's kind of a second chance, And so when you think of it in that sense, that happened for a reason. That was just to get your attention. God does that at times. God gets our attention in different ways. I'm not going to say it's one way. There are thousands of ways God will get our attention. In that moment, I think that's probably what it was for you. And while you may not have realized at the time, and you might not have made a decision in that instant or a few days later, you said that you learned a lot later in life that you came back to that incident, and that was kind of like a turning point for you.
Yep.
So I believe God does these things to get our attention, to realize that we need to be dependent on Him. And at the end of the day, it's only through His strength that we can overcome the trials that we face and the situations that happen in life where we think we can't get over it, but God's like, I'll get you through it.
Yeah, 100%.
And just having that faith.
Sarah, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. He's in control, and I was thinking about that point as well. Like, he would have never had the opportunity to be saved if he did die then. So God protected him. God knew, had plans for him.
May I tell a quick story?
Of course.
Please.
And I think this is really relevant to this conversation. And because for me, I don't think of it in that sense as, oh, that was a near-death experience. I can't believe it. Like, I wouldn't have made it. Like, that's not the way I think. I'll explain how I think of it. And it's through this story. When I was in Lebanon, and now this is one I always go back to, always. When I was in Lebanon, my grandparents had this, like, house that they bought. It was really old, and it was in rubble, basically. And they got some construction workers to just build it up, make it look nice, more modern. Beautiful, right? At the time, I was, I'd say maybe 15, 16 years old, and I was home alone. My dad told me, he said, one of the workers is coming, and he's going to do some work at the house today. Just make sure you're there, make sure he's all right. If he needs anything, you know what to do. No worries. The guy gets there, and I look at him, and he was covered, his whole skin in dirt. His shirt and his pants were torn, from top to bottom. And what was the job he was doing that day? He was carrying, and I don't know if you guys have seen, those massive stone blocks that they use on the old houses, in those big ones. They're like probably 20 kilos each. He was carrying hundreds of them from the bottom of a set of stairs, outdoor stairs, to the top. Massive stairs, right? He was carrying heaps of them. Now, I'm watching him do it. He's started working. I'm watching him do it. He was shorter than me. He was probably compared to me, he was probably up to, mind you, I was 16 at the time too. And he was putting 4 of those blocks, I'm talking pretty much 100 kilos on his back, walking up those stairs, and just man, I've never seen anything like that before. He was just putting them on his back, going up, going back down. 4 blocks, up, down, non-stop. Oh, man, for ages. And I couldn't even bear to see it. I was like, man, this is insane. I grabbed him some water. I went down and I started talking to him. And I said, you know what? I'm going to help him. Bro, I could barely take one. I tried to do 2. I couldn't. I could barely take one. Anyway, I was like, man, I need to ask this guy. So I talked to him. I said, man, how do you do this? How do you actually do this, man? Tell me more. I don't know how you're able to put 4 on your back and walk up there. And his answer wasn't even about his strength or his capacity or his ability to lift those blocks or those stones. He said, oh, for my family. And I said, oh, I go, okay. And he goes, yeah, we fled Syria from the war. And I'm here trying to work for my family, to provide for my family. We live in a garage, right? So they lived in one of those unit garages. It's not even a garage; it's just a storage area. And I'm not kidding, man. It's probably half the size of this room. And he had a family of he had his wife and he had his 3 kids. And they've got nothing, no furniture, no nothing. They sleep on the floor, nothing. And he told me how much he earns. He earned literally near to nothing. $300, $400 a month. Could you imagine, us on 300? We couldn't go one day with 300. You get what I mean? And he goes to me, I do this for my family because I want them to have a roof over their head and food on the I want them to eat food, I want them to survive. And man, that hit me. And I said, man, I complain about the smallest things, genuinely. Even today I think about this when I complain. I complain about the stupidest things, And then I remember this guy who literally will put 4 massive 20-kilo bricks on his back and carry them up those stairs without a worry. And that keeps me grateful to God for what I have, because some people in life just don't have that, and it's very unfortunate and it's very sad. But it took me to see it, to say, hold on, I need to be grateful. And again, this came a lot further. Like when I had my faith in Christ, I always remembered that. Always remember that moment. Be grateful, no matter what happens in life. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for God. In the end of the day, He created you. So yeah, that was a big, I think that comes into play with what we're talking about of bad things that happen in our lives, and how it's important we try and, overcome them with Christ and remember how grateful we are for what we do have. So yeah.
Bro, we've spoken about that before, how gratitude is just one of those things that's just so lost on people, like especially today. It's just such a lost thing. People don't know how to be grateful. And I think stories like that just remind you how much He's given us, how much He's allowed for us to have, and just to constantly be reminded, hey, be grateful. Especially because like now we're saved, we're Christians, we're going to heaven. Like there's so much to be grateful for. Just be grateful for it. So yeah, that's great. Good times.
Really good.
It's good. Joey, I'm going to hand it over to you, my friend.
All right, you guys ready?
I know how excited you are.
And put my brightness up. All right.
Wait, just before we get into it, it's that he's assured me there's no
Oh,
hot chip challenge, there's
want me to go
no
straight to the
spiciness, there's none of that rubbish, okay?
wait, you want me to go straight to the challenge?
It's your call.
I was,
what we're gonna
I was
do
going to
first.
do
You do what you want to do.
question. Do we have time?
Yeah, sure, go for God.
All right. Last
But
week's
there's
question
no,
was
there's
good.
none of that, okay? We're not.
No,
we're-
me vomiting in the backyard.
yeah,
somewhere?
we're not
No,
vomiting.
no,
so
we'll do that at the end.
Okay.
so we're not vomiting, but
I don't know if you're going to vomit.
Oh,
Anyway, Mom. So I get questions off Reddit and I read the best comments. Today's question is, what's the dumbest yet completely true excuse you ever had to give for being late?
Well, it's up my alley.
right up your alley, Chief.
I love this.
You were late tonight.
I'm late
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
For me, it was, I went for a run once and I had to be somewhere afterwards. And as I was running, I thought someone had tripped me, like put their foot behind me and tripped me. I looked over, there was like a little puppy in the middle of the road. I kicked this puppy, haram. I picked it up and I thought I saw their owners and some other puppies at the end of the street. So I walked this puppy down and it's like a mirage, like they disappeared. There was no one there. Puppy had no collar, had no chip. I carried this thing home for like half an hour and then I had to take it to the vet so they can, I don't know, find a new home. Wasted my whole afternoon. Yeah, that was my excuse for being late. Dumb, but very true. What about you? Was it being held up?
No, I'm sorry. Time out for a second. What are you talking about? You gotta tell us you tripped over a puppy and just expect us to walk away from that.
Kicked a puppy.
I kicked it. Yeah, haram. I kicked this
Sarah,
thing.
he
launched
kicked
the
the
puppy.
puppy.
Yeah. Because I
While-
didn't see it.
while- Sorry, were you like while exercising?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
going for a run. Yeah.
Okay.
No more running for you.
How did you manage to middle of the road?
Yeah.
How do you not see the puppy there before you?
Were you training at 2 a.m. where there was no cars?
No, I was like 5 in the afternoon.
Okay. Don't know how much
It was
of that
just
was
back
left.
straight.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So what happened to the puppy?
I took it to the vet and they
Oh, you
found a
didn't-
new home. Yeah.
Oh,
So the puppy's okay.
Puppy's okay. I'm not.
Of course, because you kicked the puppy.
I launched this poor thing. It was cute too.
So what?
Do you remember the video I sent you on the voice chat? Well,
Do you think we remember this stuff, or we want to remember?
How long ago did
What are
this
you
happen?
talking
this was
about?
last year?
Last year.
Yeah.
No clue. No clue what you're talking
No.
about. You kicked a puppy, champ.
Yeah. Not on purpose.
No, we understand that, but I think we remember if you told us, "Hey, I kicked the puppy today while I was
I
running."
even sent you guys a video where I was carrying this puppy, and it was farting all over me while I was taking it home.
This is the first I've heard of this.
Same.
Genuinely first.
Me
I've
and
heard.
Maverick fed it Kafta, and then we took it to the vet.
Definitely the first I've heard of
Oh
this.
yes, come on!
There is no
I've
way
told
I've
you.
heard this before.
Do you know about this?
We don't have dog food.
No, never. I haven't heard it. So
Yeah, Kafta. It loves Kafta.
Oh, I have so many comments. I will
Let's move on. Let's move on. Sarah, what's the dumbest excuse you've given for being late?
I mean, I'm sure I have one, but I can't really think of one. Put me on the spot.
Albert?
I was doing really intense water reviews early morning. And I was like half bottle deep in Dunwood water. That was when I,
The 10.5.
yeah.
Actually, I have a similar one to him.
What, you
Kicked the
kicked a
puppy?
puppy too?
No, sorry, let me change that phrasing. I did not kick a puppy. There was no puppy. In the sense that it was actually true what happened.
If it was a cat, no
but,
problem.
Like,
But
Yeah,
it
cat.
wasn't a fully
No,
an
no, no.
excuse, but
So draw the line.
I was driving to work, and this was after the storm. Do you remember that storm? That was kind of
How long ago are we talking?
how long ago was the storm?
Oh, the recent one that we had in Sydney around here. You know, the one that was like crazy. I think a person died because of it.
Oh,
That
yeah.
recent one, yeah.
That was like a few months ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
one.
was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just after the storm, and I was driving to work, and I turned onto the main road, maybe a little bit too fast, and my tires weren't gripping, and so it like stalled me. Mind you, there was cars coming like pretty close, so I was kind of panicking. But that stalling actually helped me because a branch, like a pretty large branch from one of the trees right next to the road, fell immediately after, and that stalling actually stopped me from like getting it falling on my actual car glass. And then I just drove over it, and then I like pulled aside and had to check it out. And
Drove over it.
Are your
Yeah,
life's
true.
final destination?
What do you drive?
What do you
oh,
mean?
just a sedan,
Straight.
just a Hyundai.
So,
I drove over a tree.
Hey, it's not like being
No
held
big
up at
deal.
gunpoint, like.
Or kicking a dog.
How is that similar to my story?
yeah, listen, honestly,
No, I
the
meant it
kicking
was
the dog's
actually
worse.
True. Like, it's
Kicking
not
the dog's
just an
worse.
excuse, yeah.
Yeah,
so
for
you
sure.
in your little sedan drove over a tree. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It's not that little. Jeez.
Well, that's what was your street.
Pardon?
That's what was your street. Or the branch that fell. Was it like
Oh.
a tiny branch?
No, as
like a
in like
twig?
it covered the whole like lane I was in, and I didn't have the capacity of like time to move into the lane next to me because it fell just before I could drive over it.
This is. I've heard a lot of lies tonight. I feel like I'm just hearing
No,
lies.
this I'm being serious.
I
This,
feel like I'm just hearing lies.
I told him as soon as it happened. Were you on the phone or was
No,
it?
I
after?
was.
Oh, he was on the phone.
Was
with
your car okay?
Oh, yeah, it was fine. Didn't even the tire was fine.
Say how girls talk about cars. Yeah, it was fine. It was no,
I
worries,
guarantee
it's all
you
good.
outside
Yeah,
it's
no
alright.
worries.
Like I haven't got it serviced yet, but I guess we'll find out.
They like hear the noises and put the volume
Yeah,
up.
it's all good.
Full blast.
The engine lights on.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
everything.
there's smoke coming out of it, but it's fine. Yeah.
3
I've had
tires.
him on the phone every time I've had like a bad situation on the road. It's not because he's distracting me or anything. It's just really unlucky. And there was another time when I was on Silverwater Road.
Yeah.
And then there was this. Okay, I know you shouldn't stop for animals, but anyways, there
No,
was
no problem.
there was a baby.
Old mate over here is kicking. Is kicking.
A baby.
Puppies.
Yeah,
do you
we're
think-
not the same.
It wasn't on purpose, but now it will
How did you
be.
not see it?
So what did you run over?
No, I didn't run over it, but I was a bit stupid. So it was. Was it after church?
Yeah.
Well, this
Yeah, it
as well.
was because I have to go through Silverwater Road, and that's 80 kilometers by the time you like get
Yep.
past. Yeah, so I was driving through on 80, and then maybe 10 meters out, I see a baby possum, and it was like this small, and it was just looking at me, and I freaked out. I slammed the brakes. Probably shouldn't have. Don't look at me like that.
Did you clean it?
Clean
She
what?
slammed the brake. She slammed the brake.
I didn't hit it,
Oh, you want to
but there was this Hilux.
You're telling me it's this big.
There was this Hilux who was a decent bit away from me, but at 80 kilometers and me going down to 20.
He slammed into you.
No, but it was like,
Close.
it was close. There was another lane. He
show
went
me how
into
big the
it,
possum-
and the possum was going into that lane, so I don't know if he ran over it. And
How big was this possum again?
it was literally like this small.
Oh mate, you could have driven straight over the thing. Nothing would have happened
No,
to it.
because I saw it went where my wheel was, my left wheel. Because it was going across at the same time.
So he's saying.
But he stopped, like,
He's saying like Dodger. I'm saying just run it over, mate. You're going
I
80
didn't
k's on the
trust
road.
it. Okay, I was worried.
You know
like,
what I
it
mean?
could have. You're saying dodge it, but you don't care if it does get stuck under the wheel. It's like 50-50.
Stuck under the wheel.
It's
You
only
only-
considering because you're going 80
Not
k's on
stuck.
the
Go
road.
but,
use the
like, run it
pedestrian
over.
crossing.
Pedestrian crossing.
Yeah, if you're on Silverwater Road, you're getting smacked.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It was really bad.
It's took a turn for the worse.
Dude, you don't understand. I literally saw its little eyes in that split moment. I couldn't do it.
Stat, you're always late.
You have no fear. You guys kick puppies.
No. We're not.
He kicks puppy.
He kicks. Don't
Yeah,
put
and
us
I-
in
and
the
I
same
meant to-
thing as him.
He kicks puppy.
He's the puppy kicker.
Yeah, I would have kicked that possum.
He got rid of my puppy. He kicked another puppy. We're not getting into it again.
You're never meeting my dog.
I'll kick him. Straight to
I'll
silver
go
water.
launch him.
I'm gonna tell you the story about Padme after this. You putrid cat. Yeah, I named it. All
It
right.
sounds
I
like
named
I've done
it.
this dog a favor.
I named
Yeah,
it.
honestly, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Stat, you're late to everything.
Everything, all the time. I love it.
I don't think you've ever been on time ever.
And when I am on time, it's always the wrong decision. But anyway, yeah.
It's
What's
always
the
by
question?
accident.
What's the question?
What's the dumbest excuse you've given for being late? You can't say being in the shower because you're always in the shower.
Yeah. Oh well, some of us have to be.
I think that was more of a burn on you than it was on me.
Nah, it's good. I wasn't burning you. I was just saying it's good. Always being in the shower. It's good to be clean.
You're always shopping with your mum. That's the one.
Yeah, back when I lived with my parents, I
Yeah.
was always shopping for my mum.
Not with your mum? Oh, either way.
Oh,
Either way.
either
Doesn't
or.
matter, yeah.
Either
Now
or.
he's always just doing dinner with his mum.
Now, yeah, because I don't live at home.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's cute.
what's
Now
the
we
excuse
sound terrible.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
swear. We sound like
But they're dumb
scumbags.
reasons.
Yeah.
For some
Stop
reason,
hanging
for some
out with
reason
your
I
mum.
shower, I hang out with my mum, and I'm saying it. I'm saying it. That's fine.
Um,
Honestly, I don't think there's been a terrible excuse. I've just always been late.
Yeah.
Always. It'd either be like me napping or I'll just look at the time. I always like to feel like I challenge myself. Like, oh, okay, it's 10 minutes away. It's never 10 minutes away. It's always like 15, 20. But there's never been like a proper reason where I went through some crazy experience or something nuts. It's always just been, I'm
Did
late
you ever
'cause
make
I
up
choose to be late.
something? Like, did you have something important? Some kind of
No.
meeting?
Oh, I was just at home
Oh,
watching
no,
TV.
don't
That's
do
all the
anything
time, man.
No, Stat's good like that. He won't lie.
I won't lie about that. If I'm late, I'm like, yeah, I'm coming late. Whatever. Like, it is what it is.
Well, I got a few comments
Nice.
from the internet. One was, I was late returning a library book on dog training because my dog chewed it up. Must
No,
have
that's
been
a
a
lie.
good book.
No, I
That's
don't believe
100% a lie.
that for a second.
That's 100% a lie.
Don't believe that for
I
a
believe
second.
it. The battery in my garage door died, and I didn't know you could just open the door. I thought I was trapped.
No, that's a
fair.
lie too. What do you mean that's fair?
I feel like I would do something like that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was just
Straight,
like that. Yeah. Could just get Uber.
I just thought of another one.
Go.
I once got locked out on the balcony.
On the
I
balcony.
was full stuck, and it was like an hour before work.
Okay,
It was
so
like
hard one to
at my
explain.
house,
Yeah.
and the lock is on the other side.
Yeah,
But when I closed it, I guess it kind of clicked in, and it locked the door.
Did you smash this door?
No, and I was like considering because we have, it's like a glass, like fencing. I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah. Anyways, and then the walkway to the door, because it's like front of the house. The walkway to the door is like there.
Okay.
And I was considering going over it, but the garage, it's one of those driveways that come down. So it's pretty high
Yeah, it's a bit of
up.
a-
And
yeah,
I
it's
was like,
bit steep.
you know what? I'd do it, but also it's both glass. And I don't want to
Yeah, that's fair.
break the
Fair
glass.
play.
That's fair.
And
yeah,
so I
I'd
had
run
to
late too.
fully like be like, I'm gonna be late. I'm stuck outside. I'm waiting for someone to notice me.
Yeah, I'd run late too. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
problem.
fair enough.
That's fair. Well, other
I'll
comments?
finish with one more. Yeah.
All right.
I accidentally took my sleep medications instead of my morning pills. So
That's ludicrous.
it was like because
That's
dropped.
absolutely
No, no, no.
ludicrous.
Joey, do you have one?
Not really. Like I was thinking about it as you guys were talking. I'm like, one, I'm rarely late. I would say I'm
That's true,
I'm good
actually.
at that.
He's pretty good.
But second,
That's because
besides-
Eddie would have bashed us if we were
Yeah.
5 minutes late.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Bro,
dad.
my
was
late
crazy.
is 5 minutes before the event. That's my late. Anyway, most I've done is fall asleep on the train and miss my stop, and I'm late for work.
I've done that.
Oh yeah.
I've
I
worked.
set alarms on the train.
We're not doing a train story again. Okay, how long we been gone?
We are at 1 minute 4, 1 hour 4 minutes.
1 minute 4. That's
1 hour 4 minutes.
That's a long ass minute. That's a long ass
minute, bro.
That's a long ass minute.
Far out. That's been a minute. All right,
No, that's fine.
Joey, you got 10 minutes. Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
Oh boy.
I don't know what to expect here.
I got a lot of good feedback about the last review we've done, so I thought I'll take it down a notch. Hold this.
Oh boy.
So nothing chilly.
Oh no.
What is
That's
this?
not what I
No.
think it is.
No.
I got cooked salted duck eggs. for
Nah,
us
what
to
are we
try.
doing here?
Hey, they're good to eat. Cooked, salted,
You couldn't
duck
have just
eggs.
stuck with the lemon.
ready to peel, ready to eat.
So what? It's just an egg?
Yeah, just an egg.
Doesn't
And
have to
eggs
go
are
in the
expensive
fridge.
now.
No, show me the packaging because I don't believe you for it. Like, what is this?
That doesn't look right.
It's a delicacy.
Don't you think some delicacies are weird as?
It's not that.
What's that?
Can I say?
Just because we're not used to it.
When I say
How's it?
Can I tell you no?
No, you can't.
technically I can. I don't have to do anything I don't want to, including this. Okay, but hang on a sec. See, do you know why this is really
Joe?
bad? Right?
Goose.
Guys, you know why this is really bad? The whole thing's in full jab.
Yeah, we got no clue what this
Chinese.
It's Chinese.
Full nip. Doesn't matter.
I just want to make
Alright.
sure you
You
don't have
can't
to cook
say
this.
that
I can say whatever I
or-
Cooked salted duck egg.
It is cooked.
Yep.
Okay.
Would we like me to
Have
get
you
some
had this
tissues before we get started?
No, I've never had this before.
All right, quick question.
Yeah.
Actually, no questions. I'll have as much as I feel like I should have, and that's it.
Yeah, get me a bowl.
As long as you take a bite.
Get me a few
Yeah,
bowls.
I'll take a bite. Cooked.
So
In a
get me
shell,
some
so,
tissues.
like, are we plucking it
We're
out?
gonna have to edit this. Why
Where-
don't we prep this beforehand?
What do you mean?
Look, the people aren't gonna see and watch us crack open an egg.
Why not?
Because like, how do we-
Actually, can't even open it.
what do you want me to do? Crack it on here? Like,
Yeah, it's cooked. It's not.
Where
it's
did
like
you
solid.
come up with this?
Where do you find this
rubbish?
crap?
Like,
Huh?
where in? How did you guys know what it was?
I didn't. We thought he was doing lemon. He told us that.
Yeah, but you guys went, "Oh no," when you saw it.
I
You know
said,
what?
"Oh no,
'Cause
because a duck egg. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
delicacy."
I've seen it.
Alright.
Like I've seen
Oh.
videos
In,
on
Nah,
which
this isn't
country is it?
balut, is it?
Balloon.
Balut.
That's the
Where it's the
the
emblem.
No, that one's
No,
black
no, no,
one,
no,
the
no,
like
no,
a
no.
century old
So
egg.
it's
or
just an
whatever.
egg.
Yeah,
it's
this
just
one's
an
just
duck
a
egg.
different
Yeah.
version of that.
I don't know
How
how.
about we just get a couple of knives? Let's just do one egg, like share one, and then we figure it out. Because this
No,
is
you get your
Oh,
own.
we've
I just don't know how to open it. Can you?
Nah.
Oh!
What is that?
No!
That's disgusting.
Wait, I need to get out the way.
Are we back on? What is
On you.
that?
You need to show the camera that.
It's on you.
What is that, Joey?
I think
Are you
it's- I
crazy?
think it's a duck.
Oh, it's dripping. No.
you know, like, you know, I'm not gonna do this. Eh?
I'm not gonna do this. We're done.
Another one like got
You
it,
should
bro.
have stuck with the lemon.
Huh?
You should have
Actually,
stuck
no.
with the
Hey,
lemon.
we gotta at least take a bite.
Nope.
No.
How about you?
I don't have to.
Your name's Goose.
This is ludicrous. Sure, yeah. Are these your eggs?
Huh?
Are you gonna like
Like,
take a?
just look at that.
That's
What
disgusting.
is that?
Yes, you can take this back, sir.
Yeah, straight out.
I
This
really
is
want to wash my hands right now.
cuz yuck, bro. This is actually
Yeah,
official.
no.
Yeah.
I'm
Whoa.
tapping out.
It's dripping.
Do you want to try it?
Just have the white. That looks less.
No, like surely take a bite from the middle there.
I do it if you do it.
Yeah, buckled, yeah.
Yeah.
But why is it?
It's because it looks so
I
bad.
guess it's
Bro,
fresh.
it's either moving on its own or I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Bro, that's
Gravity.
just next level. Okay, okay. I think we're overthinking it. It's a delicacy for a reason, right?
Says who?
It is salted, so.
Says whoever thinks.
yeah, drunk. It's...
Oh no, no! But just eggs never smell good.
All right, Albert, ready?
Are we actually gonna do this?
Me and you.
Do we just take a?
One.
Oh, are you gonna take
Take
a
the
bite,
bowl.
Sarah? Yeah, you gonna take a bite or not?
You need
Why?
a bowl? Here.
Because you're not gonna take it.
Huh?
You're not
Who's
gonna have
tapped out?
Huh?
Yeah, he looked at it and goes,
What are
"Oh,
we
this
doing?
is disgusting."
Yeah,
What are
this
we
is
doing?
gross.
Like it's
It
mind-blowing.
looks so much better in the photo.
I'm gonna leave it
You know what, Joey? Get us 2 Cokes.
because I'm a more of a chicken than an.
This
Yeah?
is, okay, you know what? Maybe that may take the taste away. But I'm scared.
Actually,
What if we like it?
I'll do it with you guys.
What if we? Yeah,
You
sure.
might.
man.
I can't bring the challenge and not do it.
Like, what if we like?
Actually, I can.
How the?
So gross.
Surely.
How do you come up with this stuff, brother?
I was in the shops.
In the shops.
Yeah.
Where?
Thanks.
Right.
There you go, bro.
What?
Thank you, bro.
All right, cousin.
This
you
is
ready?
to share.
Oh,
You can have this.
no, my hands stink.
All right, cousin. You ready?
So can you have this?
Oh, good job.
Do it for the
I think you need a bowl, bro.
This is gonna like drip, bro. I
Kitchen
actually
stink.
don't want to do this.
Neither do I, but you may.
Cheating. the
Honestly,
whole oats
I
works
haven't
out.
peeled my egg yet.
Ready?
Are you gonna do it?
I haven't peeled it yet.
Well, hurry up.
It's gonna take too long.
Nah,
All right, Albert, you and I, ready? 3,
Look at
2, 1.
Oh, no. You like it? Is it good?
Okay.
Do you like it, Albert? He loves it. But do you like it?
In what world is that a delicacy? Oh,
What does it
That's
taste like?
hectic. That's nice.
What does it taste like?
Hey, that's all right.
no, shut up.
Have another bite.
Bro, that's all right.
Have another bite.
Have
That's
my
not
egg.
that bad.
Oh, no.
I would full put that on toast, bro. No stress.
Really?
100%.
Can you have another bite then?
I will have another bite.
Okay,
I really want to do mine.
Do you know what that tastes like?
go.
So
That tastes
slimy.
like a day-old egg.
I don't know what that tastes like. I've never had
It
a
tastes like
day-old
that
egg.
shouldn't be
Nah,
eaten.
my eyes are burning now.
Can I say?
Yeah, right?
That's stuff.
Oh,
There's no chance.
I
That's
got you
terrible.
something. And if you put this on, I
You
will
got
take
me
a bite
something.
of that egg.
okay.
Only if you
I've been
put
drinking
this
Coke,
on.
bro.
Oh, yeah. Thanks,
That's
bro.
I
You're
know I
welcome.
won't have to eat that. So.
Suck then.
Mate.
Hey, if
Sarah
I could kill
came
mine in
prepared.
time, I would have
Very
eaten it.
prepared. Just this shirt.
Show the camera so that people can see. What is the shirt?
It's just a plain blue shirt. If you wear it, I will bite that egg.
Stat hasn't seen it.
No. I'm acting like I know.
I don't know what I'm wearing here. Nah, hold on. I haven't seen it, but if it's the eels,
No,
Hey,
why would it be
if
that?
you wear it, she takes a bite out of the egg.
get this out of my face. That's disgusting.
You know I made that.
No
I
way.
made it, yeah. You wanna
Pass
show
that back.
We don't, we
Pass
don't do
that back.
that. We don't do that
Please
for.
don't get it out of your face.
Let's show.
They have merchandise.
I
What'd you
full
make
made it. Look at the branding. That's just
That's
Anko.
an Anko.
It's just Kmart.
Wow.
I got a plain shirt.
Actually made it.
That's hectic. Oh, actually, keep it. That's
Listen,
actually
I
sick.
don't want to disparage your skills. This is actually really good. Look at that, ladies and gents. It's very nice. However, it is a disgusting logo filled from
don't have to eat an
disgusting
egg.
people. We
true.
spoke about this the other night, and
That's
you tried to turn
exactly
that
why I got
against
that.
me, you
That's-
scumbag.
But can I say as well, Ray has been sharing Parramatta posts for the last 4 weeks. So really,
Yeah.
he's a closet Parramatta.
No.
Yeah,
My
for
my
sure.
goal this year is to show every loss of Parramatta on my
And support them through thick
Insta.
and thin.
So really, he's supporting them. By
Yeah.
showing them, he's supporting them.
Even when they lose, he's supporting them.
You
He's
know what?
posting them.
Stuff it. Let's give this away to someone.
Yeah, sure. At least
Sure.
I don't have to eat the egg.
What do they have to do? All right. Comment on this video. Thanks, Sarah and Albert. And you'll go into the draw to win this. Okay? Thanks, Sarah and Albert, and you get a shirt. Comment down below. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Have a Chat with Ray and Stat. Stat and I are not going anywhere. It was April Fool's. We love each other.
Ever
We're
touch me in your
besties.
life. Freak
We're-
off. Freak off.
Yalla, we'll see you next time.
I need to wash my hands.
Oh,
that was so bad.
It stinks so bad.
It's so slimy.
That was rank as, bro.